We've all experienced those times when we have something that we want to do. We either want to change a habit, we want to build a new habit, we want to reach a new goal. There's something that we really want to get done. We really want to make this change. And as we go into making that change, we set a goal, we start to work towards it, and then it just somehow fizzles out. We don't get anywhere. It seems like either the inertia of the way we are sort of keeps us stuck, or the momentum of an old habit we're trying to break just won't stop. Hi, this is Abe Stone, the Life Design Coach at CoachingReallyWorks.com. Today I want to talk about that very thing. And it's the power of momentum, the power of habit. But I want to specifically focus on momentum and how momentum works and how you can use momentum to your advantage to turn this very frustrating situation around in your life. First, let me tell you a story. It's about myself and my own fitness journey over the last couple of years. And there was something that I noticed, I think it's been about 3 or 4 years ago now that I paid attention to this, and it really turned things around for me. I realized that as I make a plan for my fitness, maybe it's a matter of fitting in more workout days, or maybe changing the workout to longer ones, or and my present goal is to lose my belly completely, and with the idea of getting a six-pack, and I'm well on my way. But the thing is that as I looked at those goals, very often I would start working towards it, and then something would happen. And the main thing that derailed the progress that I was making was I would lose momentum. I'd be going good guns, I'd do a week of workout, and then I'd be on my second week, and maybe on my third week, something would come up, and it would interrupt one of my workout days. And then when that day was interrupted the next day, I was like, well, it's already been a day, and then I let another day go by, and then another day. And I noticed this pattern, and I realized that this is what was derailing me. So what I did is I engineered it in a way that it was very difficult for me to let that momentum of failure counter my momentum of progress. And I'll explain it really quickly. The idea was this. In a seven-day week, I would plan to have 3 workouts. From what I understood, and from what I understood of the changes that I needed to make, it was a goal that I was going to benefit from, and I worked towards it. So if I worked out 3 days in a week, great. So I always started the first day with a workout, and I made sure never to miss that. It was my day off, so that was where I started the day, on my day off. So that workout got in, and then I'd skip a day, and then another workout, and then I'd skip a day and another workout. Well, if for some reason I couldn't get into the second day, I knew I had some wiggle room, and that I'd have to hustle to get the next 2 days in, but my focus was on 2 days, 2 more days getting those 2 days in. So even though I dropped one day, I would then get it the next day, and I would still be hitting my goal. And being able to reach that goal consistently was very exciting. It was very fulfilling for me. So I continued to do that, and I managed to go through over a year and a half of really not missing a week of workouts. Now I did have some months that I'd be out, like I'd be out for a month for some illness, or maybe I had to take a trip and it just didn't fit in, but I could come back and I was excited to get back in because I knew I was able to do it and it was consistent. And then more recently I had a tweak that happened, and I was able to change it so that I do 30 minutes of workout instead of a full hour, which I was doing before. I'm doing 30 minutes a day, and actually that has really stepped up my progress quite a bit. And because I had that experience to build on, and I was able to make it a habit, and I've got the momentum now with a daily 30 minutes, it's pretty standard, and it goes. Now what I look at is fitting those 30 minutes sometime within that day. So if I miss it in the morning, I know I got to hustle for the afternoon, or I got to fit it in just before I knock off for the evening. And that's one that I really don't like to do. So it keeps me going, and it pushes me to get it in earlier in the day. Anyway, so this is the number one tip that I would like to suggest when you make your goals, when you set your plan, is to count on that momentum. Building in a simple system of small wins, small targets that you can reach, and if you fail, they're small enough so that you can still fit them in a different way, or reach it a day later or 2 days later. And be sure to make those wins something that you celebrate, something that you really focus on, and you make them concrete. 2 other things that are a really big key to building this momentum habit. One is desire. You have to have a strong desire for the goals that you set, for the things that you're working to. Number 2 is persistence. Sometimes persistence is just grueling. It just takes work, and you've got to do it. Like I said, I don't want to work out in the evening, but man, I got to reach that goal, and I want to do that. And I have the desire, it's strong enough to make it through, and I persist. Here's a fun quote from Tony Robbins on the topic. The most important thing you can do to achieve your goals is to make sure that as soon as you set them, you immediately begin to create momentum. And the affirmation for this week is, I have unstoppable momentum all the way to my dreams. I am moving forward. I hope the short video was a help to you in some way, and I really believe that if you can understand how momentum works in your life, it's going to really make a big difference. I'd love to hear about your challenges in this area of setting goals or building habits, and how momentum has played out. Maybe you've seen some other things that have worked in your life a little bit differently. Leave a comment in the comment section below, or drop by our Facebook page, and I'd love to hear from you. This is Abe Stone at CoachingReallyWorks.com. Take care.